All right, so I see a lot of hype on HAO, HAO. The first thing I notice about it, usually with this big drop, you're going to see a lot of them are either biotech or China companies. This thing is based in China, so that's the first red flags for this. But a lot of a lot of people on the X account, stock twits, social media is trying to pump this. People with thousands of followers, and the first thing I come to is, and well, I just don't see a lot of room to it. I'm not going to say, like, yeah, I'm the perfect trader and this thing's not going to pump and all that. Obviously, it is making higher lows and it's forming, some kind of base here. It's just, to me, the risk versus reward is just not as good just based on where I know these algos take it. I know they target these areas here with this 10 and it collapses down and then it touches the 5 and it goes down. You can see how these are the areas where you would target. Yeah, sure, from here to here this is a nice gain, 22%. But I was just looking at it, but I've seen a lot of times where these China companies where they gap, and they keep going down and down. And I'm sure a lot of people got informed on some of these and they got absolutely wrecked, right? So this is at a low of 11 cents. It's at 13 cents right now. This right here, I mean, sure, you could start a position here, and if it goes under this line here, which is all in hindsight is really hard to do because you can't have stops after hours pre-market. Like by the time you can do a stop, at 7 in the morning, this could tank all the way down. And that's the hard part with a lot of that. So I personally, yes, on a technical standpoint, it is making higher lows for a daily candle. Do I like this stock? No, just based on one, it's a China company. I know we are not due for the EMA 20. The last time we touched it was 11.25. That means this is kind of like where your max target is on the short time. So if we go to that EMA 20, you're looking at a 28%, which is nice. That is really nice gain. But is it going to hit that? Probably not. I could see this breaking this channel here. I really can. I can really see it breaking, and we go lower. I think it goes up, 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 and then we crash down. That's what I really can see. The next thing I see is the KDJ. It's really high. It's at 35-ish area. Not really the area I like. But who knows, right? Who knows? It could do something like, how you see this, it goes to the 20 and then crashes down again. It's just not my cup of tea here. People would be like, well, it was way up in here at the $4 range, and, it's definitely due for a bounce. That's what China companies get you thinking. You're like, yeah, it's down a lot. I mean, look at this big drop here. What if you traded every drop like that, right? 2.5 goes down to 80 cents. All right, and then it goes down more. And then it goes, and you keep buying the dips and dip and dip and dip and dip. And you might be like, well, when would you buy it? It's got to touch the green band for a China company. If it's not touching this green band and it don't have massive time distance, sure, I would probably look to buy it somewhere in here. And the thing that I use is if we have a big gap down and we don't touch the EMA 5 and 14 daily candles, then it tends to go up to that. And if you count these candles, you can see like we probably came close to that. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it keeps going down. We have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I would have missed it by one extra day here, and that's totally fine. So this right here, realistically, is where I would have started buying HAO on that big first initial drop. It would have went down some more, and then it would have went all the way back up, and you would have made nice little gains here. From here to here was a 58% gain, and that's what I like to see. You might ask, well, why 14? Because 14 daily candles. Usually 7 daily candles is long on normal price action. No gaps down, just price slowly declining. Like if HAO did something like this, where it was just slowly declining and it hasn't touched the EMA 5, then I'd say, yeah, we can use 7. But since it had this big drop in price, you got to understand there's a gap. Indicators take time to slowly go to there. I mean, that's why people are like, yeah, use price action. But there's ways to use indicators to help you, and that's how I do it. I know price is going to hit the EMA 5 to a T. I know it's going to hit to the 10. And as you can see, where did we reject? Where do we reject? We're going to reject on this 5 and go down. Does it have to be perfect? No. We're going to hit this 10. Does it have to be perfect? No, and go down. We're going to hit this 20 and then resist. And that's what happened here. So we started position here. We've accumulated some more here. I do around 3 to 4 accumulations. So each day at the end of the day, so accumulation here, and I have some more powder just in case, because I know it's impossible to get the exact bottom, but I know this thing is due to run up to that EMA 5, 10, and 20. So I know I had that short-term target here. Whereas when I'm looking at this, I'm like, I mean, EMA 5, we're looking at 3% gain. To me, it's just not worth the risk versus reward. What if it goes down and breaks this trend line? And that's usually what penny stocks do. You see this solid trend line, right? And it just goes up and up and up, and then boop, 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 and then we break it. Surely it can go up and more. Like, maybe this has more room, but that's just my thing. So yeah, we'll see. I do like how it's nice volume. This thing has really nice volume. I could look at the past, maybe, and that's really what it is with China coming. It's really hard to predict the exact bottom, and do keep in mind they are always the hardest. Biotech and China companies are always the hardest. But for HAO, yeah, I would have loved it down in this region here. This is where I would say, okay, we have massive EMA 5 time distance. We had a gap, so we double it. If we don't touch the EMA 5 and 14 daily candles, we look to buy on the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th, and we look for that move up. Here, we're just at the EMA 5. Are we surprised that we rejected at this EMA 5? Not at all. So I would look for, hey, do we get more rejections down here? Do we break a new low? And, if it does get close to here, this would be awesome when we touch this green band. Let's give us some more EMA 20 time distance. We just hit it at 1125. We just hit it. I've seen stocks take 2 months to hit it, and you can see if it keeps going down, this is going to keep going down too. And so, yeah, not to like alarm anyone. I mean, you're probably doing fine if you bought it down in here. It's been spiking up for you, making you nice 10 to 20% gains. But not all stocks do that. I can show you guys many stocks where it just keeps plummeting down. So, yeah, you might say, well, there's 2 gaps to fill. Gaps do not have to fill, and they could create a third gap. I could show you multiple stocks that have like 5 gaps and not a single one filled. So, hope you guys like this analysis. If you guys want to join the Discord, see my best alerts, see my trading, see the education, be a part of a community where we do not chase the hype. We do not chase stocks that, we want to catch the bottom, and we want to make sure we get an accurate system. By using this system, if you watch this video, you kind of understand, how do I look to trade against the trend? How do I look for bottom reversals? You got to have the time distance. You got to have a low K on the KDJ, which is this band here, which I will talk more about. And then you got to have time, yeah, like the time distance, and there's formulas that I use for that. And the more stocks and videos you see, you're like, yeah, it's pretty accurate on the days that don't touch it. And then they miraculously, good news happens and we touch the 20. You'll see that a lot. Click the link down below in the YouTube comments below in the description if you do want to join the Discord. It'll say join the premium Discord. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. The quickest way to become a member, if you want to get the actual signals, if you want to get the education and be a part of the community, is hit day trade alerts, and that will subscribe you for day trades and swing trade signals for $12 a month. And if that's too much, you can just hit swing trade alerts, and that will be $6 a month for swing trades. It just depends on what you are. If you're too busy to do day trades, then do swing trades. You can hit server shop here and read about both the memberships, but it's up to you. Obviously, I appreciate you watching my videos on YouTube. I appreciate you supporting me. I think we've been doing really well. Like I said, only 2 swing trades on penny stocks that I've lost, and I re-improvised the system where those 2 swing trades would not be a loss. This strategy has been insanely profitable if you do exactly according to the T with this strategy. It's really nice, and we started also looking into filings, like, on delistment and all that, and so to make it even more profitable. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really do hope to see you in the Discord. I made it pretty affordable where everyone can join, where it's not really a burden. $6 a month or $12 a month, whatever you can afford, and then you'll get absolute signals of when I would like to get in HAO. This one alert alone right here would have made you close to a 60% gain from the bottom. And if you would have held it here, which you probably would have not have, 85, you would have held at least to the 5, and maybe a little more if you trailed stop it like I do. And that rate alone is the value of this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a like, subscribe, comment. If you guys want to join the premium Discord, do subscribe on your computer to avoid the iOS fee. If you're using an Android, you will have to do that. But then when you do that, you can use your Android just as fine. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.